yo. So joining us this week for the rundown, we got a very special guest. You've seen him in Martin Lawrence's First Amendment. You've seen him on HBO Southside. Give it up for Chicago's own comedian, Dmn Fool.
What it do?
What up, Fool?
What's
What's
up,
good with you, man? You got anything you want to plug before we get into this rundown?
I mean, Instagram, shit like stuff like that. At Dmn Fool is funny. It's at Dmn Fool is funny on everything. Just follow your boy, check me out. That's about it.
Hey, check him out, man. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. So, with that said, it's time, baby. What you got for us, Cooley?
I got a whole lot, man. Hey, listen, we're going to take it back to the OG, man. You know OG I'm talking about. We talking about Rob Van Dam. Let's take it to Rob Van Dam, man. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah. He made his debut appearance on AEW a month ago. And he recently just came out like, hey, I don't think, WWE is going to, still schedule my appearance. They cancel that thing. That thing is canceled. Is WWE being petty or nah? But, I mean, I'm not surprised. WWE is a petty company. They are the Jay-Z to the Nas. So, what was he thinking? Like, are you serious, bro?
Look, let's just be honest.
Come on.
It is what it is. Is it petty? Of course it's petty. But if I'm WWE, I'm canceling that thing too. Because, look, I'm not about to have a guy on my show that's going to then bounce over to the competition and get it popping over there. Because I'm basically advertising their product. So, it's petty, but I'm not mad at it.
And it's like, when are we gonna get tired of like wrestlers in their 90s coming out of retirement? Like, it's like, I mean, I get it. It's one of them businesses where people stick around for a long time, but people start to stick around too long. When you start looking like the nigga that pick up my garbage, like, I don't need you to be wrestling no more. Like, you look like my postman. Like, it's crazy.
Hey, but I thought he looked all right. I mean, in ring, he was moving good, but like physically, man,
nah, it's not.
That boy look his age. He look his age. Hey, Sylvan, give me something. WWE being petty, or is this fair game, my brother?
I mean, come on, man. Like, what are we talking about? Like, of course, you're not going to be able to show up at WWE and do your scheduled performance. I don't even know what you were thinking. Like, you chose a side, bro. You chose a side. And now you didn't even just show up on some happy to be here. This is my guy. I took a little bit of a bump. You had a whole match, bro. You had a whole 30-minute competitive match on Dynamite, bro. Like, you're not coming back. We don't want you. It's not happening. Like, I don't think they're being petty. I think they are in a supposed war. I don't believe in the war, but I believe they are in a supposed war, and they're just looking at it like, yo, you chose your side, stay over there. You wrestled and did a little contract with them, so go back over there and keep doing those competitive 20-minute matches, man.
And that's what you want,
right?
Yeah, go back over there and have, like, I see this happen with comedians all the time, like. They'll be booked for a show they'll be booked for a show somewhere, and like, you're doing a big show, you're finna get paid big money at a theater, and then you're gonna stop and do Ray Ray's Boom Boom Room or some hamburger shack, and you're gonna stop through there and do 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Now you on the flyer for that show. We don't need you on our show no more. Ain't nobody gonna come see you over here for $50 when they just paid $10 to see you over there.
Right.
Like, it's business, man.
Hey,
it's all business. Like that, and we know how WWE is. They all about their business.
Oh yeah,
right. They're not about to advertise somebody that's gonna be on somebody's show the next day. He's a liability. But let's be honest. We know RVD is a weed head. He was high when he did this. He probably ain't even. When he got that call from Tony Khan to show up at AEW, he probably thought it was Vince McMahon. He didn't know he was high.
He be high as hell, man. But speaking of older people, coming back from retirement or whatever and making appearances, what do you guys think about celebrities making an appearance in wrestling? Because Cardi B has recently expressed her desire to make an appearance in WWE, and WWE has mutual interests. I mean, I'm going to say I'm for it. Hear me out.
Of course. Come on, man.
Celebrities been crossing over with wrestling for years, like for the past 3 decades. Like, what are we talking about? She's a major superstar. Why not have her? She was supposed to host SummerSlam. I believe it was this year, right, Qwan?
It was this year.
Yeah, it was this year. So I mean, I like it. Bring some more audience in. Well, hold up.
I'm gonna tell the truth.
That WAP stuff was kind of crazy. So I don't know if that's for kids. I don't know.
Hey, it's for me though.
It's for the world.
It's for me.
It's for the world.
Cardi B is for the kids, just like Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Nah, who gonna tell the truth on this? Who gonna tell the truth?
You gonna tell the truth?
Who gonna tell the truth? All right, so look.
I mean, you go ahead. You got it. I was about to jump in there, but you got it.
Nah, take this away, because I got to hear your thoughts, because I'm not gonna like my thoughts.
It depends on in what capacity they gonna use her. You know what I'm saying? Like as a host or something like that, I can see that. But like when they start getting in the ring, it just gets stupid, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen many failures. There are some who cross over, but we talking about people who are already athletic. Cardi B don't look like she ever touched the ball, jogged across the street or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like. Seriously, like I don't see nothing athletic about her. Now, do I want to see her half naked in some wrestling clothes? Of course I do. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But it's not worth it. We all see what just happened with Snoop. That was the worst shit I've seen in my life. If one more person post that talking about Snoop saved the night, Snoop ruined the night. I don't care about running the Snoop. I live in LA. I don't care about running the he weighed 12 pounds. I'm just saying that was the worst punch I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? The punch, the run into the ropes. Like how you make running into the ropes look terrible? Like it was the worst thing.
The way he ran those ropes was insane.
Bruh, it was the worst thing ever. It's like Uncle Snoop, sit down, bro. Like chill out. You gonna break a hip or something?
Right. I thought it was a moment though. But listen, Cardi B. We love Cardi B. I'm not mad at it from a cultural point of view. Like, I want to see all the sisters out there shining, you know what I'm saying? So, if Cardi B being on the show is going to get more black people to tune in, I'm all for it. But we know how WWE uses these celebrities. They going to have Cardi B in there beating up the women that's supposed to take serious. Exactly. I don't want to see Cardi B out there beating Becky Lynch up or, like, smacking Bianca around. Like, no. We already... Not at all. We already got Bad Bunny beating up 7-foot dudes. We already got Logan Paul winning matches. Like, come on, man. We don't need.
We're not gonna talk about Logan Paul.
All right.
Natural,
yeah. Mind your boundaries, brother. Mind your boundaries. Hey. All right. Hey. All right. Yeah. Classics over there. Classics.
That young man got some skills. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. He do. Those guys are talented. All right.
But Bad Bunny though, come on, man.
Bad Bunny put on a classic. He put on a classic though. Come on, man.
Anybody that'll let themselves be put through a table like that, I'm with.
Hey,
like that was one hell of a bump. Like for him to take that, you know what I'm saying, and like he folded that boy in half. Like it was crazy. He scorpioned him. It was nuts. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Folded him. For Cardi B, man, they should just keep her as a host. I don't want to see no in-ring stuff, but a host is dope.
Look, man.
Yeah.
We look, man. I'm for Cardi B coming to WWE and having a tag team match with Bianca Belair against Chelsea Green and somebody else that, you know. And you know what I mean? And it's fun. It's fun. Like she's gonna do her thing. She's gonna slap a bitch. Didn't mean to curse, but she's gonna slap somebody. That's what she said. I'm pulling it back to what she said on the internet.
That is what she said.
That is what she said. If I could do anything, if I could slap that term,
a beautiful young woman,
a beautiful young woman,
stable creature.
I would love to do that in this capacity, a dream come true. So I'm just saying, I want to see it. I want to see it for a myriad of reasons. And it's just good business for WWE. I mean, man, Cardi B, megastar. Come on, man. What are we? Money.
And we all gonna watch. Let's be honest. Even if I'm hating right now,
we tuning in.
We see Cardi B versus anybody. That's fact.
For sure,
That's
man.
fact.
Come on, what are you talking about?
I need that.
Hey, but let's take it back.
I need that.
I need that. Let's take it back to the OGs.
Offset gonna whoop your ass.
Hey,
You said Offset?
Yeah, he would. He is. Yeah, he is.
Offset gonna whoop your ass, Sylvan.
Look, man. I look. I'm just saying what the people are saying. That's all. That's really it. These are not my views. I'm a man of the people.
Right.
Shout out to Cardi B, man. Hey, but let's take it back to the OGs. We just got some cool news, man. The Dudley boys. We were just talking about these guys last week.
3D.
They have reportedly signed a WWE Legends contract. And for those who don't know what a Legend contract is basically when you sign over your likeness for WWE to use in video games, merch sales, and you make minimum appearances, throughout Raw or SmackDown. They pay you up front, and that's about it. That's dope. Most legends have that contract. I like it. Shout out to the Dudley boys. I'm here for it.
We know. So they signed a 360 deal with WWE is what you telling me.
Hey, probably a 360 deal. They signed a BOB deal or something like that,
They giving up that merch money.
Man, why BOB catching that stray, man? Come on, man.
All right, man.
Come on, man.
Who else? Charles, what's his name? Charleston. I forgot his name.
Charleston White.
Charles Hamilton. Charles Hamilton.
Wow.
Charles Hamilton.
Oh, man.
Wow. A Charles Hamilton name drop on the wrestling podcast. This is insane.
Yeah.
Who is Charles Hamilton? I'm lost.
He was. I want to say he was from Chicago. He was a rapper back in the day.
He's from Harlem.
Oh, was he from Harlem? Oh, I'm tripping.
Yeah,
he was just. He was some rapper that he got caught up in some 360 deal or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Don't they all?
And now we don't know where he at.
Don't they all?
But,
I think it's sweet, man. Like they I think it's a good thing for them to do to pay the legends like that, because it's like we all want, like, all of us that still play the game. You want to play with the Dudley boys. You want to play with all your old favorites. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an Attitude Era guy myself, so I'm all for it.
Yeah. Say that again.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of. Now, see, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of them old cats that only feel like his generation was cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like I definitely can see that these guys these days are a lot more athletic and talented. Like, it's crazy the things that they doing, the flips and stuff they doing off these cages. It's ridiculous, man. I definitely see that, but like I think it's dope that they still show respect to like the old cats. You know what I'm saying? That's good. That's good business.
And let's be honest, WWE just trying to keep them away from AEW. So they're like, you know what? Let's lock them in so they can't go nowhere else and make some appearances. So it's smart.
They can go over there and have a whole career.
Facts, because Tony gonna pay for it. He gonna let them do them. They want to have table matches at 57 years old. Hey, if people gonna watch, he gonna sign off on it. So
Sting is gonna die in the AEW ring, like, right in.
Sting is wild,
100.
Sting
and just won't stop.
Off the top rope, into the table.
It's crazy how old he is and he's still going. But that just goes to show, like, you got to show love, man.
Yeah, man. WWE showing love. I believe they have a match with Impact coming up soon. Devon and Bully.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, both of them.
Oh,
Impact 1000. Yeah. So, right when that dropped, WWE dropped them news.
Yeah, WWE said they saw them teaming back up and said, nah, let's make sure AEW don't touch that. Let me give me that. Yeah. Smart business, baby.
Shouts to WWE taking care of their people too, man. That is definitely one company that, even if you ain't wrestling with them, if they rock with you, they're gonna rock with you for life. So
I've heard a lot of good things about how they take care of people. You know what I'm saying? Aside from all the bad stuff you hear, like you hear a lot of great things about Vince, like people he looked out for in bad times and stuff. That's dope.
Yeah, man. Modern Shook Knight, I guess, So let's take it back to the current news. I'm kidding, y'all. Hey, let's take it back to the current news. Come on, man.
Wow.
Judgment.
Anybody that want to be a wrestler.
You said what?
Anybody that want to be a wrestler. Yeah. You don't want to worry about the CEO.
All in the video promos.
All in the media scrum.
Come to WWE.
Hey, shout out to WWE and shout out to Vince, man. But let's take it back to the current news. Judgment Day, one of the best factions in wrestling right now, was crowned the new tag team undisputed champions at Payback. What a match they put on. So, you guys, what does
Fire.
this mean for Kevin Owens and Sammy? Is this the right move for Judgment Day? I like it. They got all the gold. They looking undefeated. They're undefeated. They looking untouchable. It's amazing to see. They're carrying wrestling right now, being that Roman is gone and the
Facts.
bloodline storyline is kind of iffy. So I like it. I like that they got all the belts. Now I'm just waiting for Finn to flip on Damien. You get it? Get it?
So, so this is funny to me. It's funny that the internet was complaining about too much Judgment Day on TV. They oversaturated, and WWE said, "Oh, word, let's give them all the titles, every title, put it on them." But I'm not
crazy,
bad
man.
at it. I like Judgment Day. I like Finn. I'm glad he finally got a title. I was hoping that it was the World Heavyweight Championship, but you know what? If it got to be a tag team title, so be it. How y'all feel about it? I want to hear Fool's commentary on this.
Mm-hmm.
You a Judgment Day fan?
Thing. I'm kind of on the fence about the Bloodline Light, as I like to call them.
Wow!
Hold up.
Yo!
Excuse me, my
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I want to
Don
hear
DeMarco.
It's like, it's like, come on, man. What are we doing? It's like
this. Bloodline Light.
I was with. I like Finn. I do. I like Finn. I feel like they should have pulled the trigger a long time ago, and like I almost don't care anymore. You know what I mean? Like, because there's so much other stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Like Finn been around a minute. I like him. I wanted to see him really pop off, but it's like when he came back, it was so soft for me. Like it was like I just lost interest. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't that same
Damn.
killer that I remember. You know what I'm saying? They took the demon away from me. It was a lot that, you know what I'm saying? Because like I say, I'm old school. I like all that crazy fantasy stuff. Like, I know he ain't no real demon, but I like to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. That with him, that's my thing. I love the heat that Dom is getting, but I can't say that I necessarily like Dom. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't know, man. I feel like when I see him in the ring, it's just like it's so robotic. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not. It don't flow. And you know what I'm saying. But I do like the way he playing his heel role. Like he going hard with that. I like Mommy. You know what I'm saying? I think she cool.
Oh yeah.
I want to see her. I want to see her like step her move set up maybe a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Just a little bit. Give me something else. But I don't know, man. I just feel like I'm watching a repeat of the Judgment Day. I mean, of the Bloodline, just not as good. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where they're going with the story. I'm waiting. It's like I'm waiting for the breakup and see how that's gonna go. I like
It's coming.
him with the tag team titles, and he got the
Money in the
bank joint.
Briefcase,
It's
yeah.
like so. It's almost like you let me know he's not gonna win the title. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like if we go with wrestling history, you know what I'm saying? But then again, they might pull that, but then it's like, do Damien really deserve all the push that he getting?
Hell no. I
I
can't see
don't
Damien with the title.
I
I
I
just
can't
can't.
see it, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I said, it's just it's still light for me. They're gonna have to step it up, you know what I'm saying? It took them a long time for us to even get like everybody on board, you know what I'm saying? It took almost as long as it took for them to make us like Roman. so,
Man.
I say,
so it's like there's a lot of similarities here. Just
you're not wrong.
it just ain't all the way there. Like
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I can see Sylvan disagrees. Sylvan, how you feeling?
I think that the tag team titles being on the Judgment Day is whatever. Good, cool, whatever. Like it doesn't really affect me. Like if they have them, great. If they don't, it doesn't matter. I don't think it. I mean, I guess on paper it rises their stock. It looks good, but I'm not really concerned with the Judgment Day having the titles as much as I'm more concerned with the fact that KO and Sami Zayn don't have the titles because I'm very happy that they lost those titles.
That is
The
hate.
run was very
Same
mid.
here.
It was very mid. It was not memorable. We did not care. And my problem with them having the titles is just the fact that it was only for a moment. It was only to close out a certain story, but it wasn't really to carry them on into a really great reign. And I want to see these tag team titles be esteemed continuously. So Judgment Day having the titles is cool to me. I felt like it was a little bit of a cop out. I feel like the tag team division right now across the board in WWE is lacking. I think like there's a lot of talent, but there's just nothing going on. And I feel like WWE keeps putting together makeshift tag teams for me to care about that I don't want to care about. It's like, bro, I don't want to care about. Yeah, I don't want to care about McRiddle. I don't care. I want real tag teams. Like you know what I mean? Like what makes the Usos great was because they're a tag team. Give us more of that. Like I don't want another makeshift tag team. And even though Judgment Day has them, it's just safe to me. It's just like, okay, we don't know what to do. We don't want to put these belts on another tag team that's established. So let's just give it to Judgment Day as a safe option while we figure out what's next. And it's cool. It's safe. I'm glad that they're off of KO and Sammy, but at the same time, it's not really a solution to me. I just feel like they're playing it safe.
That's what this really was. This was. You know what? We had Finn lose 3 times back to back to Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
So let's give him something. Let's put the tag team title on him. That's all this is, to be honest.
Yeah, we need them real tag teams back, man. I agree with you, Sylvan. Because it is
too many talented.
Yeah, or make some new, like, you know what I'm saying, bring some new people up or something. If you don't want to keep using the New Day and all of them, like, let's bring up some tag teams from NXT or something, because it's like Sylvan said, you knew, like we all knew that title run was like really like a buffer. You know what I'm saying? Like you knew they wasn't gonna hold them too long. And, you know, I'm glad it wasn't like I'm glad they didn't do the cliche like tag team breakup where they turn on each other. You know what I'm saying? I was so worried about that at Payback. I was like, this is gonna happen. But I was glad they didn't go that route. You know what I'm saying? It's like now we can see Sammy and KO, you know, go after something that we would rather see. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the tag team. It was a good moment that made everybody hearts warm, and that's fine. But like, I need to see KO in that for running for the title. I need to see Sammy back in the title scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's shake it up. You know what I mean?
For sure. I agree with all that. Now let's take it to one of Sylvan's favorite wrestlers right now, LA Knight. Yeah. Hey, WWE.
Yeah.
WWE has.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Here we go.
Okay,
turn it up. Turn it up.
WWE has listed
Stone Cold
LA Knight. WWE has listed LA Knight as the #1 babyface on SmackDown, and he is supposed to be signing a big 5-year extension. You know that bag gonna be crazy. What is next for LA Knight? Hey,
you already said what's next for LA Knight.
What, a bag?
You already said what's next for him.
A bag?
The everything.
A bag?
#1 babyface. Biggest bag in the world. 5-year extension. Like, what are we talking about? Of course. Of course.
We all know LA Knight stole all his swag from Stone Cold Steve Austin. He stole all his swag from The Rock. Damn fool. Please tell me something. Please tell me something. In the comedy world.
He's like an Attitude Era fusion. Like they just took a bunch of people. They just went in the back and like rumbled through like old stuff. Right here, you can take the Rock shorts. You can take Stone Cold vest. You know what I'm saying? Here goes Shawn Michaels old shades. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be Rock Michael Shawn. It's like ridiculous, man. Like I don't even. I love wrestling for the simple fact that people like LA Knight can become a big deal.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's like it just shows like sometimes you like people and you don't even know why you like them. Sylvan, you don't know like why you like that man. You have no idea. Exactly. Nobody did. I don't think none of the crowd do. They just be like, yeah. Like, it's like I feel like I'm supposed to say it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know if he's over or the catchphrase is over. Like I don't know what to believe right now. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I'm really on that Miz kick. Like this is gonna be a flash in the pan. Like they're gonna sign that 5-year deal and ain't nobody gonna care in another 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like unless they really do something crazy with him, it's like you can't just have him keep running around beating up. You know, a mid Carter is like something got to pop. He got to like lose his mind and like interrupt a championship match and put a hurting on somebody. I need to see some action. You know what I'm saying? I need to see some blood.
He got to up his end game though. You know his end ring is lacking. So
he has to up his end ring, Cooley.
Bro, his in-ring was terrible. That match with the Miz was terrible.
I don't ever want to hear y'all ever talk about in-ring. Don't ever bring in-ring in this podcast, man. Don't you ever in your life. We're talking about a superstar. Y'all want to talk to me about he needs to improve his skill set. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he needs to improve anything. He's number one merch seller, number one babyface. This guy is clearly, you know what I like about LA Knight? It's the fact that
48-year-old rookie.
It's the fact that despite the hate, despite the purists who have so much to say about this guy, when he was losing, when he was clearly just being bundled down to the bottom card, people still liked him. You know, when he was taking all of these losses to not even mid-carders, to jobbers. People still
Santos Escobar.
Bro, this guy was getting louder chants. People were upset that he wasn't winning. And it's like, at some point, I gotta call it what it is. People really just want this guy to win. Because to me, a flash in the pan is like Fandango.
Rusev.
Well, Dan, come on, man. Rusev, come on, man. Rusev,
Whoa.
Come on, Qwan.
I'm just saying, man.
That's harsh, man. I like Rusev.
He kind of disappeared.
I mean, but we know why he disappeared, though, man.
Hey, Vince ain't respect him. He said a woman like that should not be with you. So you out of here.
That's true. Yeah, Vince is a nutcase.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was a whole. Yeah, Vince is absolutely out of his mind. I can't believe.
We all know why people like LA Knight, man. We all know why, man. We all know. I know why I like LA Knight.
But does it matter?
He's a fusion of one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Stone Cold Steve.
But why does that matter? Why does that matter so much?
Damn fool. Please tell him why. Because look,
why.
I know in the comedy world, stealing from each other is just something that y'all don't condone. Y'all don't stand by that.
It's the biggest no. You know what I'm saying? And it's
exactly.
It's hard to protect it in our business because you know what I'm saying. Like, you can't really copyright a joke like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody see you do it at the club and they want to take it, they make it to the TV first. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But like with this is just blatant. Like we saw him steal it. We're watching it. Like that ain't even stealing. He took it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole other level. That's prison type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
hey, literally.
Yeah, man.
Like, oh yeah, this is mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want his cornbread type shit. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing?
Stone Cold says,
Man.
No, Stone Cold says what? He says,
what?
yeah. Stone Cold goes, He goes, nah.
But that's what I'm.
It's all the same.
But that's what I'm saying though. It's like we've seen wrestlers in the past take from people 20 years ago, 30 years ago, make it their own, come out.
So stealing is cool because people in the past did it.
I mean, what do you want me to say, man? I'm saying, I'm a dollars and cents kind of guy. Like if it's working, like put more money into it. Like I can't control what I believe in. I can only control what people respond to. So if people are responding, wait, what happened?
Sylvan.
Yeah.
His moveset is the Rock and Stone Cold moves. Like he don't have his own.
It doesn't. And to quote the great Rocky Maivia, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know what the Miz was? The Miz was a knockoff Rock. He would come out as the Miz. He would say, "Cause I'm the Miz, and I'm awesome," which was basically, if you smell what the Rock is cooking. Like everybody takes things from.
That's a reach.
John Cena came out and did the 5-knuckle shuckle.
That's a Mr. Fantastic reach.
John Cena came out and was doing the 5-knuckle shuckle, which was basically what? The people's elbow. Like, what are we talking about? I don't understand why this even matters. All that matters is that the people have spoken, and LA Knight is number one, baby. It just is what it is. I mean, you guys can sit and complain about movesets and the lack of 20-minute, 30-minute classics. I want the greatness. And LA Knight is great. 20 years, baby. And we here.
I mean, shout out LA Knight. He brings out my inner childhood, and he makes me relive that Attitude Era. So I shout out to LA Knight.
Turn, though. I will say that. I can't wait for the real heel turn. Because they try to make him heel at first and it didn't work. But when people really start hating him, I feel like that's when we're gonna get like the real LA Knight, like the real like scumbag. Like, wow, this guy.
He gonna have to definitely go hard on the heel turn because I'm more interested in what Logan doing than I am LA Knight right now.
They try to make him a heel, but people like him. It's like Stone Cold, you know.
Oh yes, don't go
We'll
ahead.
see. We'll
Not
see.
good, man. We'll see, man. We'll see. But let's talk about Gunther real quick, man. Let's talk about Gunther. This man is the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, man. He just surpassed Honky Tonk Man. This is insane, yo. I believe Honky Tonk, he was champion for a year and 2 months. What was that? 86, 87. He beat Ricky Steamboat. That was a nice match. I went back and watched it. It was cool. Does this run make him the greatest IC champion ever?
Hell no. Hell no.
He said, hell
Man, hell no.
Why?
No,
Why, Qwan?
Because Gunther is fired. Like, we all know, Gunther in that ring, he can go. His matches are always incredible. He ain't had a bad match since he been up. But come on, man. Nobody knows Gunther.
What does that mean, dog? Like, what does that mean?
I have never in my life seen a Honky Tonk Man match. I've never in my life seen a Honky Tonk Man match. Honky Tonk Man was retired like 20 years before I started even watching wrestling. But I know who Honky Tonk Man is. Why?
Yeah.
Because he had that star power.
Yo,
he carried that title.
Why you dumb? Nah.
And that's why Honky Tonk Man is the greatest.
You know what to just say? He had that star power and just run right by it. Bro, but a Honky Tonk Man, dog.
My God. Everybody knows who Honky Tonk Man is. Come on. If you watch wrestling, you know who Honky Tonk Man is.
But we know why.
Don't nobody know who Gunther is.
But why do we know the Honky Tonk Man?
Because he had that IC title.
All right, bro. All right.
Come on, man. The greatest IC champion is Chris Jericho, man. What are we talking about? That's the greatest.
I don't even understand.
Whoever it is, it ain't Gunther.
I think he might be on he might be on the verge of being the best. Like, I mean, Gunther. Because I mean, here's the thing. Like you said, star power, like, it's there and it ain't, though. It's weird. It's like you feel like people like him, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's like on his side, even though he's not even necessarily a face right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just when you say the greatest, it's like you look at the numbers, but then you start thinking about the names. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta go through Shawn Michaels, my favorite wrestler of all time. Like, you know, all you Bret Hart fans can jump out a window as far as I'm concerned. Like, when it comes to, like, real charisma, like, you know, there was a time when I was a Bret fan, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you got Shawn, then you got Bret, then you got, like, you got Razor Ramon. Like, it's a lot of people that made that IC title a big deal, you know what I'm saying? And some people who made the IC title itself, just that title, a big deal, like a Razor Ramon. He never even had the world title, but he made you care about that Intercontinental title. The Miz made you care about the Intercontinental title. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know, man. It's kind of, it's like he should be. Like, I feel like the way they pushing him and the way they pushing him is like they going for that. But and I want to believe it, but then it's like I look at the numbers, but then I look at those names that he got us to pass. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like that LeBron Jordan thing. It's like, yeah,
that's tough.
That GOAT thing is a big deal, man. It's a lot of people who got to overstep to get in there.
Let's focus on the right thing here right now, you know, because I could bring up Shawn Michaels and I can bring up, you know, Bret, and I can even bring up, like you guys said, Scott. And it's like, yeah, these guys had pretty great you know, reigns, you know what I mean? But is it as memorable of a reign as Gunther?
What do you remember about this reign, though? What stuck out about this reign other than he's had it for a long time?
You're asking questions you know the answer to. You're trying to press the buttons. You're trying to press the buttons that I won't allow you to press because you know the answer to that question, Qwan. You know that. You know we're in a group chat all the time, Qwan. You know the answer to that question.
Having the title for a long time means nothing to me.
Oh.
It's predetermined. It's scripted, my brother.
I feel like Vegeta with the M coming on my face. I'm trying to control myself, man. You know what time it is, man. The amount of classics that Gunther has had, the great. So give it to me. What's
the great memorable moment of this title run? Give it to me.
Sheamus versus.
Gunther. He beat Sheamus.
Sheamus versus Gunther.
Nigga, I beat Sheamus.
Sheamus versus Gunther 3 times. Sheamus versus Gunther versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania.
He Googled it.
Bro,
He Googled
those
that.
2 matches alone can cement you as one of the greatest IC title reigns of all time. Let alone him breaking the Honky Tonk Man's reign. It's like, bro, like at a certain point, like, yes, I have to give it to him. Like, I don't think he's a star. Like, you guys are like, I agree with you. I don't think he's a star yet. I don't think that everybody I don't think anybody outside of the wrestling sphere knows who Gunther is yet. But also, I mean, this guy is just getting started. And the fact that he's just getting started on this type of reign, it's like, man, it's impressive. Now, imagine if he continues to keep going, which he will, and has an even more impressive reign as a world heavyweight title or a universal title. We're going to look back at that reign and be like, yo, remember when? It's all optics. We only know about the Honky Tonk Man being the longest reigning because 20 years past, nobody broke it. It just is what it is.
The fact that he's held
I respect the longevity, man. I respect
that record is probably one of the only reasons why we do know him. And now that he ain't got it no more, he probably won't be mentioned as much.
Yeah, that's
it could. I don't know. We're gonna see.
That's facts.
That's a crazy record, man.
We gonna see.
A year 3 months.
I'm giving it to him. I'm giving it.
Man, shout out Gunther, man. Even though every time I see you, I think of Joker. I thought you hoop for the Denver Nuggets every time I see you, man. But hey, shout out Gunther, man. You know what I'm saying? But let's switch it back to The Miz. You know what I'm about to bring up about The Miz, man. You know what I'm about to bring up. Okay. You know what I'm about to bring up. So WWE is getting mad backlash for a segment involving Miz and an invisible John Cena. What is we talking about, man? What is we talking about? I like this segment. He needs an Oscar. For those who didn't see it, this man Miz was fighting. He was fighting an invisible John Cena, arguing with him. It was funny to me. I don't know why everybody is up in arms about this. I liked it. Was it funny? Was it funny to y'all? What are we talking about?
If it's not everybody, then who is it, Sylvan?
It's the IWC. It's the IWC.
Everybody,
it's
man.
Not everybody.
That's everybody. I liked it. It was funny, man.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was
hilarious.
I understand why the IWC was mad though, because the whole point of the IWC was that a lot of stuff like this happens on the independent circuit, where like a dude will wrestle a blow up doll or like an invisible person, and it goes viral, and people. I don't want to cuss, you know what I'm saying, but they trash it. People trash it. So when WWE does it, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is funny," ha ha ha, it's like. Or RK, y'all don't keep the same energy when they do it, but y'all applauding when WWE does it. But I think the difference is people don't really watch these independent wrestling shows like that. So when these things go viral, there's really no context behind it. So it just looks like a dude is wrestling somebody invisible. But when WWE did it, we all know the context. We all know that it was supposed to be funny, and The Miz was trying to make a point that LA Knight doesn't really exist the same way this invisible John Cena didn't exist. So I thought it was funny. People got to lighten up. It's wrestling. It's supposed to be fun, man.
But also the point is you can't see me. So I mean, if you don't know John Cena's gimmick, how is that not funny to you? So it's like
an old joke.
Yeah, it was kind of clever. You know what I'm saying? But I think the thing is that we hold WWE to a bigger standard because they tell us to, or they say that we should. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it was just Triple H doing what he been doing, which is like bringing in every aspect of the whole wrestling world, like even the whole thing with him running stuff now and letting people keep their names from the indies and different stuff like that. I'm pretty sure he saw that same video that we all saw of dude fighting the Invisible Man. You know what I'm saying? When like the ref was counting, he jumped off the top and knocked down 10 people. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I sat there and watched that whole 12, 13 minutes of nonsense.
You a sick man.
And was slightly entertained. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, just when they broke the table, I was through. Like when he threw him through the table, it like, come on, man, you can't tell me that wasn't off the chain. So it's like, I think Triple H just saw what we all saw and was like, let me get this couple of dollars. Let me see if I can get people to bite on it. They didn't, so we'll be fine. He gonna move on.
That's facts.
One thing about WWE, they do plenty of stuff that should have been had them canceled, never back on TV. We should have been gave but Vince has always known what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? As much as people try to say he don't, we still watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, the man is a genius as far as I'm concerned. Because he's like, you see that with the different things, like all of the people that left or that he got rid of, when you see them somewhere else, you're like, now I kind of see why he didn't want them there. Because you see him over places botching moves and hurting people. It's like, now you see, now that they getting more TV time that they wasn't getting over here, you see how bad they really are. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that was a smart move. Like, just like he saw he's taking what he sees happening on the indies and different places like that and trying to incorporate it, because people are always, you got those purists who are always like, this ain't like such and such, and this ain't like the indies, and this ain't like New Japan, and it's like, boy, don't nobody even watch New Japan.
Hey, look, thank you.
I don't even know where to watch it. I don't even know where.
Thank you.
Like, don't get me wrong, I would like to be a little more informed when people pop out the curtain and I don't know who they are. But at the same time, it's like, man, I barely watch AEW because it's like, I'm not finna pay $60 for no pay-per-view when I got free pay-per-views for $9.99 a month. I can watch as many as I want on the WWE.
Right.
Man, please.
Yeah, got the whole library right there. You can go back in time, everything.
I'm going to stop saying I'm a wrestling fan and just say I'm a WWE fan. This is the truth.
Hey, yo. Come on, my brother. Shout out to AEW. I'm the resident AEW fan on this podcast. Shout out to AEW, but you're not wrong, man. I feel like AEW expects their fans to watch everything from New Japan to CMLL or those Mexican companies. Like, bro, we ain't got that much time in a week to watch all that.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
Sylvan, what do you think about this segment,
IWC? You're arguing with yourself, IWC. You're arguing with yourself. We don't care about being fair. We don't care about how you think we should hold the regard of being in one capacity and being in another capacity. We don't care that you guys do nonsensical stuff and then WWE did something nonsensical with actual context and y'all are just upset about it. We don't care. I don't care. I won't even speak for anybody else. You know what? I don't care, bro. You know why I don't care? Because it doesn't matter. I feel like The Rock today. It doesn't matter, bro. It does not matter. It will never matter. You know why? Because at the end of the day, it was fun. It was fun, and we had context. You know what the difference is between y'all and what we do? And I'm saying we because I really do love WWE. That's right, eyes wide open. Is because at the end of the day, there's context to the silliness and to the goofiness in this segment. What y'all do is something silly for the sake of being silly. And when people don't like it, it is what it is. And when they do like it, it's cool. There's context in this moment. There isn't context in the moment that you guys had
Qwan
in terms
objects.
of wrestling invisible match for the sake of wrestling invisible match.
I see. Now that I can't agree. I feel like there probably is a context behind that. We just don't see the context because we're seeing is the one small clip that goes viral. So of course we're going to criticize it. We don't know the context behind that.
That's just assuming that there is context.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, look at this
whole.
Let's
say there is context. What is the context? But what would be?
It's probably similar to. It's probably similar to the Miz and the LA Knight or the John Cena thing. Like.
So
I'm sure a lot of people. No, but the thing I'm saying, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that's criticizing this whole segment that didn't really see the whole thing. They just saw clips of it that went viral on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really watched the whole thing, so they ain't got the context.
All they doing is seeing clips.
The reason you know why I don't agree with that is because everybody knows John Cena, bro. Everybody knows you can't see me, bro. Like, we know what time it is. I don't know who's wrestling that invisible match for 15 minutes straight. It might be my fault. It might be, quite honestly. But I know John Cena. I know a lot of people know John Cena. I don't know a lot of people who know half of the people who are wrestling that invisible match.
Hey, maybe that was John Cena in that match. We don't. Maybe that was John Cena in that indie match. We don't know.
Maybe
we couldn't see him.
Maybe it was the ghost of John Cena. Maybe it
was Tony Ayo. Who knows?
At the end of the day, you're arguing with yourself, IWC. You know, go do something else, man.
Facts.
Go watch some wrestling.
Yo, shout out to Miz, man. Shout out to the Miz for that hilarious segment. Hey, that's all I got for the rundown. It was a great week of wrestling. I enjoyed it, but that's all I got for the rundown, man.
Well, facts. Well,
big facts.
We appreciate you for that, damn fool. We appreciate you for joining us.
Y'all having me, man. It was.
Man.
This was nice, man. I had fun.
This was fun. We got to get you back on here because you,
for sure.
Clearly know your stuff. You clearly know your stuff. Anything you want to plug before you get out of here?
Say that again.
I said anything you want to plug before you get out of here?
Man, if you got HBO Max, make sure you check out Southside. You can always check me out on P Diddy's Bad Boys of Comedy if you want to go back and watch some old stuff. I will be at the New York Comedy Festival this year. That's next month. So a few things going on. Just make sure to stay in tune with my Instagram and stuff like that. I'll have everything posted over there. You know what I'm saying? Just, keep your boy in mind.
Oh, yeah,
facts,
for sure,
facts.
Man.
Big facts. We definitely going to tap in with you again, my brother.
Facts. Man, for sure. Much love to y'all, man. Much respect. I wish y'all the best on this. Like, y'all definitely know y'all stuff, and y'all got a great chemistry, so it's gonna be dope. I'm looking forward to watching more episodes.
Appreciate you, man.
For real.
All right, brother.
All right, y'all be easy.
I appreciate you watching, but I need you to like, subscribe, and share one time real quick. Thank you. Now get back to watching the podcast.
Y'all know what time it is. The Black Wrestler of the Week. On this podcast, we love to show love and give flowers to our favorite black wrestlers, both past and present. And this week, me personally, my nominee goes to none other than Prince Nana. Now, I've been watching Prince Nana for a very long time, since the Ring of Honor days when he was in the embassy with Jimmy Rave. Prince Nana's not an actual wrestler. He's a manager. But I love that his work is getting highlighted these days in AEW. Right now he's Swerve Strickland's manager, and this dude is hilarious. Every time that music hits and he does his little dance, first I swerve, then I drive, then I swerve. He be killing that. I love that he's finally getting his just due in his business. So shout out to Prince Nana. You're my nominee. Sylvan, who you got?
I want to give it to somebody that's pretty obvious that I feel like we don't talk enough about. Booker T. I want to give it to Booker T. Number one, because as far as I'm concerned, Booker T was one of the first black wrestlers that inspired me to think like, oh, wow, like black wrestling could be at the top of the forefront. Number two, I really want to applaud him for spending an hour going in on CM Punk as of recent. That was a great episode, my brother. Absolutely. And number three, I just love the fact that he stayed around with the company in WWE for so long. It just shows that his transition has always been seamless and flawless. And I really do enjoy him over at NXT and over at commentary when he's on that commentary through the PPLs. So legendary career, Harlem Heat, first dude to say,
Harlem Heat
dropped the N-bomb on Hogan. You know what I mean? And always telling it how it is. Five-time. I'm giving it to my man, Booker T.
And he had some of the most fire catchphrases. That dude used to say, "Save the drama for your mama."
For your mama.
Tell on like neck bones.
Say that.
Tell me. Yo, Booker T's a legend, man. Hey, I'm gonna have to go with Sylvan on this one, man. I'm gonna have to go with Sylvan on this one, man. Hey, Booker T is a legend. Shout out to Booker T. It wasn't a rock bottom at first. I'm gonna just put that out there.
It was the booking.
Yeah. He's a legend though, man. He's loyal. He's been with the company for a long time, and also he's still with his black queen. Oh wow,
Charmel.
That's black
Shout
excellent.
Out to Charmel.
Black
He also had a
excellence,
legendary
black
TNA
love,
run, man.
Let's get both of them their flowers. Booker T and Charmel.
Yeah.
And also Black Snow. Remember the
Black Snow.
commentary?
Oh my God.
Booker T, you gotta kick him out. Booker T, you gotta pick him out.
Hey man, shout out to Book, man. Shout out to
if
Book.
You don't know what we
man.
just did, if you out there, please go to YouTube and type in Black Snow Booker T, and you will see the funniest thing you've ever seen.
What a legend, man. He really deserves his flowers, man. What a legend.
Shout out to Booker T. But shout out to Prince Nana too. I love you, Prince. I see you, Prince Nana. I see you. Now that we got that out the way, you know what time it is, my brothers. It's time for the Pack 'em Up Awards.
Oh
we
man,
packing up this week. I know who I want to get to. I know who I want to get to.
Listen, man. I didn't know who to give it to. So you know who I always lean on if I don't really know who to give it to. Hulk Hogan, he getting packed up, man. I recently just saw this is regular. It's regular. I don't care. But I recently just saw an interview where he said, first of all, I'm packing him up for lying. He's the biggest liar in the world. He lies more than LeBron James. Shout out to LeBron.
Hey yo, liar, man.
Shout out to LeBron. That's my boy.
LeBron's a big guy, man.
This guy Hulk Hogan said on one interview, he said he wrote 12 songs in one night for a sick child. And I'm looking at the interview. I'm like, what is this guy talking about? Like, what? What are you talking about?
What?
Like, and he was straight faced. He was like, yeah, I wrote 12 songs to honor a sick child and all in one night. And yeah, well, I'm like, bro, oh my God, another lying story out this man's teeth. I love packing up Hulk Hogan, and I will pack him up every week. I don't care. Okay.
I wonder if he's trolling us right now. I wonder if he's like,
I don't know. I think we gotta get somebody to check on him. He might have like early dementia or something, because these stories are getting crazier and crazier. Next, he's gonna be like, I was there when Martin Luther King did the "I Have a Dream" speech. I actually inspired it, brother. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, Hulk, you getting this pack, brother?
Sylvan, who you packing?
I'm packing up RVD. Packing you up, brother. I don't know what you was smoking that night when you put on that beautiful match, but it must have been something strong to think that you was going to come back to WWE and still have your appearance. Because, my guy, look, I don't know. I have no problem with what you do. I think you're still sharp, and I would love to see another run from you. It's as selfish as it sounds, because you didn't miss a beat. But, man, like, you chose a side. And that's cool. But, you know, you can't expect to think that, you know, WWE about to honor you, my brother. Like, you, right? It just is what it is, man. So I'm packing you up. You know what I mean? I still got love for you, though. But, you know, got to stop smoking so much, brother.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Rob Van Dam, man.
Big Rob.
Bro, he had to know that WWE was going to cancel that WrestleMania appearance. Like, why wouldn't they? Are you out of your mind?
I don't know. When we saw him at Wale Mania, he was smoking a whole lot of that ganja. So
he had about 3 blunts. He was facing them, and his girl was just twerking while he was hitting the blunt. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
I do love that he's like, he was beating up homie I think on Dynamite while she was twerking over him. I was like, yeah, all right, that's good. That's good.
I love RVD, man.
That's good.
Shout out to Rob. Shout out to Rob and them. Now look, I was originally gonna pack up Samoa Joe and MJF because they had a pretty dope segment this last episode of Dynamite, but I don't like how much they were name dropping WWE. I feel like AEW relies on that too much, where they'll have someone name drop something over at WWE just to get the crowd to react, and it's like, yo, it's petty because WWE not even worried about y'all. You never see AEW mentioned on WWE TV, so why do y'all keep doing that? It looks like y'all reaching up to Big Brother, so I really wish they would stop. But that's not who I'm packing up. I'm going to let them live this week because earlier today, I got on my phone. I was on X, which used to be Twitter. I was on X. Bruh, why did I see Vince Russo and Booker T's brother, Stevie Ray, are starting a podcast on race issues, and it's going to be called Black and White. Bruh. Vince Russo. I never in my life want to hear Vince Russo speaking on black issues. This is Vince Russo. This is a man who wrote in WWE script that Ahmed Johnson should be is it hanged or hung? Is it hung or hanged?
Hung.
Is it hung? He wrote that Ahmed Johnson should be hung. I don't ever want to hear Vince Russo speak on anything pertaining culture, pertaining the color black, Tyler Black, black on black crime.
This can't be serious.
Meet the blacks. I don't want the word black anywhere near Vince Russo. So Vince Russo, you getting packed up this week, my brother.
What?
I don't want to see that podcast.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna listen to it. It's only right.
Wow.
I need to know. I need to know what that is. It's probably gonna be terrible, but I'll let y'all know.